Many of you have asked us concerning the differences or similarities between Cane Corsos and Presa Canarios, or Canary Islands dogs. We have not answered these questions before, since a few lines in the comments section are completely meaningless. The explanation of the differences and similarities between these two wonderful breeds deserves more time and space. Regular viewers of the channel know that the creators of this channel are positively biased towards the Cane Corsos, as several generations of them have lived and live with us, but in this case we can overcome our biasness without any problems. At the time of filming the last Presa Canario breed introductory, we fell completely in love with this breed, and this fascination has not gone away since. Although both breeds are classified as Molossers by modern cynologists, and indeed bear many similarities, their past and formation are different. If we talk about the true past of the Cane Corso, first, it is worth forgetting the common belief that these dogs are descendants of the ancient Roman Canis pugnax. On the one hand, there is no evidence of this in any form or historical records, and on the other hand, even among historians, there is no consensus as to what these ancient dogs were like. According to our current knowledge, the Cane Corsos were the working dogs of the traditional southern Italian peasant farms, the Masurias, and they were all used for herd guarding, hunting and guard and protection work. As Mike Sotilli of Sicily, who introduced the breed to America, explains in an interview made by Documentary TV YouTube channel, Mastiff-like and Cane Corsos with longer fur versions also occurred. Regeneration began in the 1970s. Today, Cane Corso has become the 28th most popular dog breed in the world. The ancestors of Presa Canarios evolved in the Canary Islands, where large Mastiff-type dogs imported by the Spanish conquerors, such as Alanos, could mix with the local dog population. There, these dogs were used to guard herds of cattle in areas, and, since as it was a long and strong tradition there, they were used for dog-to-dog fights. The breed almost completely disappeared by the 1950s, their embrace and revitalization began in the 1970s. Luckily for them, to this day they have not become fashion dogs, and are not as well known and popular at dog show as Cane Corsos. The body structure of the two breeds hardly differs from each other. Although there are differences, they are difficult for an inexperienced eye to recognize. We wouldn't bore you with height and weight data, as everyone can look up these numbers with a single Google search within half a minute. What can be said in general is that the Presa Canario's body structure looks stocky, muscular, and block-tight type, although the movements of both breeds are eye-catchingly airy, but powerful at the same time. Presa Canarios have 6, while Cane Corsos have 7 color variations, each of which is slightly different from each other. For Cane Corsos, the most common color is black, while for Presa it is a rarity, and black masks are mandatory for all color variations of the Presa. What is usually the most important and of the most interesting question is the difference between the temperament and usability of the two breeds. Most of the questions you asked were also related to this. Regarding both breeds, it can be said that they are basically highly movement intensive, middle energy level, task-seeking and resolving breeds. Both are extremely intelligent, and, although stubbornness is part of their character, they learn extremely quickly, but they also use inactivity creatively, which can be destructive to their environment due to their enormous physical strength. Both breeds are specifically family-friendly, but if we are looking for differences, the Presa Canario is more inclined to act independently and make the necessary decisions on their own, therefore they can be considered more effective in guarding territories and properties. Cane Corsos are usually more attached to their owners, they are rather personal guard dogs than territory protectors. In the case of Cane Corsos, this can escalate to the point, for example, what we have seen many times in the past decade, when a Cane Corso, who is very attached to its owner, simply loses interest in other dogs in the presence of the owner, because he focuses only on him so much. It's quite shocking to experience all this in person during a walk. At the same time, we also saw Presa Canarios working in a small pack, successfully defending a 30-acre farm against stray boars and golden jackals. In general, both breeds are easy to train, but in their case there is a constant need for a dominant, in quotes, human pack leader who can properly control them. Although both types' lifespan is around 10 to 12 years, the rapidly growing popularity has caused much more damage to the Cane Corso than to the lesser-known Presa Canario. Whether we are talking about dysplasia, the chances of gastric torsions, or cancer, they occur more frequently in Cane Corsos, which is certainly a negative consequence of overbreeding and the mass number of uncontrolled puppies. In summary, despite their minor differences, Cane Corso and Presa Canario are in many ways similar, whether we look at their physical abilities, OE temperament, and working abilities. If someone has experience with strong and large dogs and wants a family-friendly dog with a good protective instinct, this person can count on both breeds. If, within this or in addition, a stronger family and owner-centeredness is more important, Cane Corso seems to be the ideal choice, and if the effective protection of an area is the goal, then the Presa Canario. The Cane Corso is not necessarily recommended for those who do not like a dog hanging on to them and following them like a ghost all the time and everywhere, as Cane Corso is much more prone to this. In any case, neither breed is recommended to be kept by beginners and, without previous experience with strong-willed dogs, and buying from fashion is not recommended at all in their case. Unfortunately, we have already been invited to a Cane Corso breed rescue center, where we've heard unbelievable stories about dogs who got there because of the bad decisions of their owners and have been waiting a long time for a new owner who knows exactly what to expect from such a powerhouse and what to give them in return.